All right, Tuesday Lives. Let's do it. All right, so hello everybody. We're gonna get into some stuff today. Hey Tanya. Today I'm gonna start off with the topic. If anybody has any questions, please, write in the chat, comment as always. This is gonna be the first of the Tuesday Lives at 5. Tuesday Live at 5. All right, well that rhymes. Hey Jules, how's it going? Welcome everybody. We're gonna wait another 30 seconds or so and then we're gonna get started. Hey. Welcome everybody. What are we talking about today? Great question. So the first thing I want to talk about is actually what it means to get physical therapy and what it actually looks like and supposed to look like. I used to talk about this a lot, and a lot of the people who I work with have been to other physical therapy places before, and the care was abysmal. So whether it's for yourself, whether it's for your friends and family, this is going to be super, super important because this is going to be, you deserve to be treated right, not, the opposite. Hey everybody, hello from upstate New York. Hello. I love upstate. I cannot wait to get up there, hopefully sometime soon. All right, so let's dive in. Again, if anybody has any questions throughout anything I'm going to say, the topics will change as we go through. They always do. And if anybody has any thoughts, wants to hop on with me, request it, we'll talk, and we'll go from there. So the first thing I want to talk about is something actually that my own front desk, my own client success specialist, Bernadette, told me this morning. And it was kind of a little wild. So I'm not going to say who from her end, but someone she knows was going to physical therapy. Now it's funny because she works at a physical therapy office, but she, her dad, not her dad, the person that she knows rather, got my own dad on my own thoughts. They didn't want to travel that far from where they were location-wise, but so they went to someone local. Now, what happened when that person went to that local PT place? They were juggled between 2 or 3 other people. They were put on machines, or they were told to do an exercise and just left alone. The PT was pretty much like, all right, do this move, I'm going to be right back in a few minutes. They went to go do paperwork. They went to go see another patient. They went to go see another patient. It's like, what is going on here? Who is that really serving, to be honest? And if any of you have been to PT before, you'll probably recognize that is something that has either A, happened to you, or B, happened to someone you know. And that's a real big problem with insurance-based practices, where everything is run kind of like a mill. Your people are running between 2 or 3 people, sometimes even 4 people, and you're being either put on a machine and being told to, all right, sit here for 10-15 minutes while I go run somewhere else. And they're running to either A, their paperwork, or B, to another person who's just like you, hooked on a different machine. It's like a station. You go from one machine A, then you go to machine B, then you go to a hot pack for C, and then someone does a little massage on you for 5-10 minutes for D, and then someone tells you to do some nonsense, ridiculous exercise that has nothing to do with your injury, but it just falls on, oh, it's in the shoulder area, so we're going to do a shoulder exercise. Bro, come on. And that's that's no good. And already you're some people who are commenting here, that's already been your experience. Was my experience in HSS, Hospital for Special Surgery. Damn. Yeah, sounds about right. Wow, that's what happened with me. That's why I stopped going. Exactly. That's been my experience. I was my own PT as a result. Yeah. So annoying when they do that. I gave up on PT. Has happened twice to me in the last year. I would actually come in and get my own equipment. That's wild. This is wild. It's so wild. And to me, I don't get that. I open up my own practice exactly to make sure people don't go through that, because that is not proper care. That is, I was doing squats for my toe. Again, it's not unusual to do squats for your toe, but if it's for a specific there's always a tweak to an exercise, always a way to target something more than just. I get really heated about this because I hate this so much. I love my profession, but I get heated about it because this is the kind of stories that people come to me with, and it is So frustrating. I'm so happy our sessions are one-on-one. Exactly right. And they would never use hands-on. Yep, my dude never figured out what was wrong with my knee, just kept recommending different stuff. Exactly. No one gets to the bottom of things anymore. It's like, what the hell? You going somewhere to get your pain figured out, not to just do stuff, pay a copay, waste your time, which is the number one thing that it's not really spending money, it's spending time. And also the time that you spend not fixing the actual problem, well, guess what? That manifests into more problems, because if a problem doesn't get fixed, you're just walking around with the same problem, and that's no good either. That's literally how chronic pain happens. When you develop pain for whatever reason it may be, whether it's a disc herniation, you pulled a muscle, you rolled your ankle, you woke up with a stiff neck, and then you're walking like this for like 3 or 4 weeks, the longer you hold on to pain, the more pain you're going to have for longer periods of time. And the sooner you get down to the root cause of the problem, the faster you get rid of it. It's literally that simple. And these are the kinds of people that I work with. I'm so thankful when someone gets into me 2 to 3 weeks post-injury. But I also help those people who have been in pain for 15 years. Literally 15. I had a woman come in, she was in pain for 15 years. She had sciatica down her leg. We fixed it in a few weeks. And mind you, she's been to PT. And chiropractors. And other doctors. So, it's super frustrating. I've had a lot of PT at Mount Sinai, and it's been amazing. Listen, there are some places that are great. You're absolutely right. But the majority of places, again, I have an office full of them, full of people, incredible people who've been through PT and it hasn't worked. That's why they come to me. Sometimes you get lucky. Sometimes you find a really good, dedicated PT. But it's very hard to find good quality, one-on-one, really one-on-one, not running between people, one-on-one, unbroken care. It's very hard to find that, and that's why I made my office like that. So where are you located? So my office is in Brooklyn, New York. It's right down in Brighton Beach, and I work virtually with people all over New York State and in Florida, and Darren works with people all over New York State and in New Jersey. I have tons of patients who are like 3 hours upstate, down deep in Long Island. I have patients in Miami and Orlando. So, if anyone's in those places, I have a free 30-minute link. You can click that in my bio, and you can get a free 30-minute session, and we can talk and figure out what's going on. But that's what I want to know. Where are you located? It's like placing a Band-Aid, a temporary fix. Exactly. And nobody needs temporary fixes. Temporary fixes are no good, right? It's no good. What's the point of putting on a Band-Aid that keeps on a cut that keeps getting infected, right? You're not supposed to cover the cut. You need to treat the infection. And that is what so many people are missing. You're in upstate New York? No. My office is in Brooklyn, New York, but I work with a lot of people who are upstate New York virtually, so over Zoom, with fantastic results. Right, so that's really important. So when you're going to PT, and it doesn't matter if you're in New York State and you're able to come to me or you go somewhere else, I want you all to raise your bar, right? People go into PT not knowing what the experience, either not knowing what the experience is supposed to be like, or expecting the typical experience of machine to machine, hot pack, cold pack, general nonsense exercises, massage. But I want you all to raise a bar, and I want you to spread it to everybody that you know. If you know someone that's going through PT, ask them about their experience. And if they're not, I'm not saying, hey, everybody come to me. I'm saying, it doesn't matter where you are, raise your level of care, because raise how much you care about yourself. If you want yourself to be out of pain, if you want your loved ones to be out of pain, make sure they know that if they're being treated like a hot potato station, get them out of there. Find a different one. It's okay to window shop. I haven't actually said this message in a long time to like through social media, but window shopping for a medical provider, that's great. Highly recommend. I could not recommend window shopping enough. Right? We window shop for clothes. We window shop for restaurants. You try a restaurant, not for me, now come back here, you find a different one. Why can't you do that for medicine? You can easily switch up your doctor. Not necessarily, we're not even talking about PT anymore. We're talking about your primary care, your shoulder specialist, your finger specialist, whoever. Find someone who's right for you, someone who cares about you, someone who listens to you. That's also a big one. Find someone who listens to you and takes the time to listen to you, the time to ask you questions more than just what hurts, where, okay, next. Find someone who will actually take care of you. If you don't vibe with someone, that's also important, right? Just because someone is the doctor to the stars, but if you don't vibe with that person, you're not comfortable. If you're not comfortable, it's kind of like you're fighting a barrier. You don't need that. And these are all really important things, right? The importance of feeling heard, the importance of finding someone that's right for you. That's just as important as the quality of care. And not enough people realize that. Window shopping for a provider is highly recommended. I tell that to everybody all the time, honestly. It's for the same reason I have a money-back guarantee in my office. If I'm not the right person for you, and it's okay. It's okay if I'm not the right person for you. It has yet to happen. But it's okay if I'm not. It's okay if Darren isn't. The whole goal is for you to feel better and for you to feel comfortable. I want nothing more than only the best for you. I wish nobody had any pain. I hate that my profession exists because that means people are in pain. I would gladly, if nobody was in pain, that'd be an amazing world. And I'm telling you this because I've been in pain myself. Not a lot of people know about the story. I was actually planning to make a social media post about this, but about 6-ish years ago, I was in the worst pain of my life. I couldn't walk, I couldn't stand, I couldn't sleep, I couldn't exercise anymore. Life was miserable. And I went to chiropractors, I went to PTs, I went to a whole bunch of places, and I ended up rehabbing myself. And that was the worst part. That nobody really was able to provide me an answer of what to do or a clear plan. There was kind of just, I was on a cold pack. I remember I went to a chiropractor. They put me on a cold pack. They put Easton machine on me, and a chiropractor came in, stretched my back, and $250 later, 20 minutes later, I was like, that's it? I could still barely walk out. What, should I do anything at home? What's the plan here? Oh, just keep coming back 2 or 3 times a week for the next 10 weeks. I'm like, what? As someone who's went through that route, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. I would love to come to you. I'm 29 with back problems since I'm 10. Wow, I'm so sorry. When I was in a bus accident, nothing helps except massages, but only short term. Listen, if Amanda, please click the link in the bio. Please grab that free 30-minute session. There's no reason. 19 years of pain. Oh my gosh, we can get rid of that. Listen, I've worked with people who've been through terrible accidents, people who've been in pain, again, like I mentioned earlier, 15, 20 years. There's no reason why you need to be still stuck in pain. Please, both Darren and I take care of this all the time. I'm so sorry to hear that you had to go through that. You're amazing. I've used some of your exercises and they work. That's awesome. And we're going to get to that in a second of why. Hi, Danny. Your sessions helped me so much. Thank you. Hey, Christy. I'm so happy you're here. And I'm so happy I was able to help you. It was so much fun. Hope you're doing well. It's been a while. I need to go doctor window shopping soon. Yes, you do. Yes, please. Everybody does. In fact, actually, I just did it myself. I went through a couple doctors in the last 6-8 months. Still haven't found a good doctor for myself. And it's because, listen, the same things I tell you, I hold the same standards for myself. If I don't vibe with someone, if I feel unwelcome, if I feel like someone's not really listening to what I'm trying to say, bye, Felicia. Nope. Just wanted to know a few things. Look forward to your videos. It is helpful. Message me, please. How much are sessions? We're going to move back to that in a second. Tips for walking up and down stairs, which muscles should I strengthen? There's actually a post, if you scroll down, it's from a month or two ago. There's a post of me and Darren. You'll notice by it being me and him in the video, where we go over how to stand up from a chair. How do you stand up from a chair is very similar to how you go up steps, but I'll actually make a post about that separately. I just want to let you know, so something you can look at now. So we're going to have that. Yep, cold weather definitely doesn't help. Cold weather definitely doesn't help. I'm definitely going to come and see you for sure. Awesome. Amanda, I can't wait to help you. I can't wait to help you. Super excited to finally enter your 30s feeling fantastic. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be really, really awesome. So to address a couple questions from before, let's start with the exercises. So the exercises, why do they work? So a lot of the moves that I don't know if all of you know, but prior to becoming a physical therapist, I was a professionally trained ballroom dancer. So I competed all over the world since the age of 10, representing the United States. I used to be a US champion when I was younger, so very extensive dancing experience. And what I did was I combined physical therapy techniques and knowing how the body actually functions with dancing kind of twists a lot of things. So I've had a lot of people message me say, hey, I've never seen these stretches or exercises before. How is that? I've been through 3 or 4 different PT offices. Well, that's how. Because I combine multiple things together. I combine the fluidity of movement, which dancing perfectly encapsulates, with proper movement, which physical therapy is the backbone of, right? We make sure, at least good PTs, try to make sure that you function in a way that, whatever is weak, we strengthen. Whatever's strengthened too much is rebalanced. We try to find the perfect balance, the most harmonious balance between the body to make sure that you can function without pain and still accomplish all your goals. So that's for a very big reason of why you've either never seen my moves before or why they help so much, because it really focuses on range of motion and going through the available range of motion that a joint can have. So regardless, I've had people message me who've been in pain for years, who've tried an exercise or two from my Instagram or from my TikTok page and have felt instantly better because it's playing on different things. And I'm also not very greedy, as most of you know. I don't hold on to secrets because if it helps, it helps. At the end of the day, you need something that's specific to you. These exercises that I post are great. Don't get me wrong, they're really, really cool and they're really good. But you, at the end of the day, do need something specific to you. But at the very least, if I can help someone someone who cannot come to see me, who I can't work with personally on a one-to-one level, this is already something that can expose someone to different kinds of movement and different ways of moving, different ways of relieving pressure, relieving tension, feeling empowered, strengthened, educated. And this is what I do. And this is what I do also on a one-on-one level. I love educating and empowering people to be able to move with confidence, that they don't have to live in a prison of, oh, I can't do this because my back is going to shatter, or I can't do that because I feel like my back is going to break. No. Same thing goes for all the other joints. I had a patient once who he was 27 years old. He was told he can never lift his hands above his head. He was a dancer, and he young, didn't cross over 30, and he was told he couldn't lift his hands over his head. What a load of bullshit. And that was the case for a long time. He was literally afraid to go past here for no reason. For no reason. And that is what boggles my mind with the healthcare system. Sometimes it feels like nobody gives a damn, and it's so frustrating. And this is why I do these posts again, why I do these lives, why I try to pump out so much information, because it pisses me off so much. So much. So that's, my God. I have all these stories, they don't end. The amount of people that I've seen who have brought such crazy, incredible stories of their experiences, I'm speechless. What some people have been through, absolutely speechless. And I'm so happy that I decided to open up my own practice 2 months before COVID happened. And on one hand, it's been incredibly difficult. Not gonna lie, it has been. Again, especially starting out 2 months before a pandemic hit the world, it was very hard. But I'm so happy that I made it to this point and that I was able to help the people that I've been helping and continue to help, because this is what makes all the struggle, all the sleepless nights of wondering what's gonna happen tomorrow, all worth it. I love what I do, and I'm so happy I opened up the way I opened up, and I'm so happy to be able to provide what I do, because this is I love getting the message of, wow, I feel so much better, or wow, I was able to pick up my kids again, wow, I was able to play with my kids again, wow, I can go back to the gym, wow, I can do this. It's like I just chef's kiss, love it. Because this is why I went into this. This is why I went into this. You know, I truly think that all the good will and free and for you give will come back to you. Thank you. Listen, even if it doesn't, like I don't even care. Even if it doesn't come back to me, I don't put stuff out for it to come back. If it does, great. If not, also great. I just want to help people. That's all I want to do. And like another reason also, it's kind of may even seem counterintuitive, but this is one of the main reasons I also don't work with insurance policies, is because I want to help people. Insurance policies literally put handcuffs around PT's hands, and most medical professionals too. My father, who's also he's a foot specialist, he's a podiatrist. Listen, like he has shackles around his hands too. It really doesn't help. That's exactly why I don't work with insurance plans. Someone working behind a desk who has no medical experience will not, I'm going to repeat, will not tell me how to treat you. No freaking way. You're kidding me? No insurance company who's just interested in holding on to the money, who don't want to pay out the insurance holders, meaning you, who don't want to pay out for therapy and who want to control your care, who think they know better what's best for you. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Again, most people have went through the insurance route. There's a reason why the system is broken. There's a reason why people don't get good quality care on their insurance. Again, sometimes you do, but the occurrence of that is it's very small. And again, I have the freedom to treat you how I need to, right? I treat you for you, not because someone behind the desk told me I need to see you 8 times instead of when I really need to see you 12. And who, when I get to the 8th time, they gave you trouble and they gave me trouble, right? And then I gotta spend hours at a time with insurance. No. There's gonna be no interruption to your plan of care, and you're gonna be treated again for what's best for you. And we can talk about that all day, all day. You were able to resolve a problem that I've had since birth. My surgeon told me surgery was the only option. Bam, right there, right. One of many examples. So, my God. Now we do Sharpie tattoos, right? Where are you located? I'm in South Brooklyn, Brighton Beach, New York. All your stretches and exercises help me. I'm so happy. Your father is amazing. He's an amazing doctor. Went to him and got best results fast. Hey, us Shapiros, we try to provide the best. I'm grateful for my foot doctor. Good. Again, when you find a good doctor, you hold on to them as tight as you can, and you don't let them leave. If they leave somewhere, you go with them. That's because, listen, it is so hard. And not to throw any shade to anybody in particular, and I would never say names or businesses. I would never do that. But in South Brooklyn, in Brooklyn. Okay, in New York, it is really hard to find a good doctor. It's really hard. So if you find a good one, you shackle yourselves onto them and make them drag you with them. The medical insurance industry has ruined things for providers and patients both. Yep, exactly. It's not the provider's fault. Totally understand. Again, yes and no, right? On one hand, it's the insurance company has ruined things for the patient, absolutely, and for the provider. But the provider always has a choice. There's always and then also it also comes down to not just the provider themselves individually, but within the corporation. So if it's a corporation PT, if it's like one of those PT mills or PT chains, you're not, you as the patient, you're not only fighting you as the patient and provider, you're not only fighting the insurance companies, but you're also fighting management. And that's another thing which I cannot stand. Therapy directors that are only interested in the bottom line, not the patient. So that's another reason why I decided to open up shop on my own, because ain't nobody telling me what to do. No way. Not happening. Again, my goal, and when I remember when I hired Darren, the interview, first of all, my interviews, when I interview people, I need to make sure they're the right fit. My interviews are like an hour and a half to 2 hours a pop. Like that's a job interview. Not only do I see what your endurance is like, and do I see if your character breaks down and if you're faking how good of a person you are, which Darren wasn't. Darren was an absolute rock star. So was Vern Dent, my client success specialist. Two amazing, amazing people. We're going to be hiring another person soon. So excited. But my interviews are long because I need to find out what kind of person are you, and what kind of person is going to be part of my family, what kind of person is going to be part of my team, what kind of person is going to be helping the people that come through these doors. Because I only want the people that are going to be working in my family to have the best possible desire to help, right? They want you, they have your best interest in mind, because that is one of the biggest fundamental pillars of my office, of the practice that I opened. It's all about you, not me. I win when you win, and only when you win. If you don't win, I don't win. I like winning. Again, I was a competitive ballroom dancer. I used to be number 1 in the US. I like winning. So I want you to win. And that's number 1. That's really, really number 1. I'm in Minnesota, and first trial with PT wasn't a great fit. You've encouraged me to keep looking and find a good fit. Yes! 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 Yes, 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 yes. Yes. I love that message. I love that. I love that. That's exactly why I'm talking about what we're talking about. Find someone else. If it's not a great fit, boom, next. That's awesome. That's not why it's super difficult to find a good doctor in New York City. Yep. Oh yeah. Yep. That's exactly right. I'm so happy your business is growing. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you so much. I love what you're doing. So amazing. It definitely shows how much you love what you do. I love watching your videos. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you 1,000 times. I really do love what I do. I really, really do love what I do. And speaking to the to the fit, to see if someone's a good fit, and to answer the questions about the sessions and stuff. So that first 30-minute session that I offer to people, both for myself and for Darren, they're a chance for us to see if we're a good fit, if our values align, if I'm the right fit for you as a therapist with the energy levels. It's funny. Darren and I we achieved the same result, which is awesome. That's also just amazing. But we're like two completely different personalities. I'm like the crazy cracked out one, and Darren's like the zen calm one. And it's just like two completely opposite sides of the spectrum. And that's another thing with me. We dance through the hallways. Darren's learning too, so people dance with Darren through the halls too. But it's a great time. But it's just so funny because we have two completely different personalities, and yet we still achieve the same result. So that's number 1. But that first 30-minute session, completely free. Whether it's in person or virtual, again, doesn't matter. I treat people virtually all over New York State, all over Florida. Darren covers all over New York State as well, and New Jersey. But it's a chance for us to sit down, chat, and find out what exactly we can do, right? Like there hasn't been a case where we haven't been like, wow, have no idea. I have no clue what to do here. That has not been the case. But it is an opportunity for you to see how we are, what we want to do, kind of like what we offer, and just to hear your story. Nobody can really, it's very rare that I have anybody that comes in just straight evaluation, a straight paid appointment, because I always love to hear someone's story first. Even if that does happen, even if someone wants to bypass that free 30-minute session and go in straight for an evaluation, you bet I'm going to be talking to them beforehand, hopping on a phone call and just listening to what the story is. I always want to hear the story before somebody even comes in to see me for an actual evaluation, because that's really important. That's really important. Finding out what's important to you, finding out what you want to do, finding out what your pain is stopping you from doing. All really, really important things. Super, super important. Do you do massage? So we actually just started doing it. Darren does sports massage. It's a deep relaxation tissue massage. So like if you are, if you train a lot, if you work out a lot, if you have some tightness and stiffness that's not related to any pain, then that's a great option. If you have pain, if you have an issue, it's always best to address that issue. Massage doesn't take care of pain most of the time. And I'm talking about like chronic pain. It may have some benefit for like pain that just began, but if you have some chronic pain, massage is usually is like one of those band-aids. It feels good. Don't get me wrong, it feels good, but you need an actual long-term solution, long-term relief. Something needs to be changed within the body, how it operates, to really get rid of that pain for good. Not just put a little band-aid, wait till the band-aid falls off, and then put another one on. Definitely a longer-term solution needs to be done. But again, we do have massage in the office. Darren gives a mean massage. It's really good. Do you have anything in your feed for tight hips? My range of motion has been off for years, and I have a muscle imbalance. Again, another one of those things where if you feel like there's some kind of imbalance or tight hips and it's been around for a while, you might benefit from PT. Otherwise, I have tons and tons of moves that are really, really great for tight hips. Actually, the majority of my moves I post are like hips and low back and shoulder and neck. Those are the two like main chunks of areas where a lot of people have issues with. So if you're looking for tight hips, you'll find a lot. Definitely. What would you recommend for chronic brain fog, dizziness, and anxiety? This all came out of nowhere and no doctor has any idea what to do. So it really depends. It really depends on like a bunch of different things. So like, is it dizziness and anxiety coming from something like internally through life, right? Because then maybe some like breathing exercises where you just focus on your breathing, kind of like a meditative breathing, would be really, really nice. It's really hard to say, just kind of like on face value from what you wrote there, but there could be a number of things that can help. But breathing like diaphragmatic breathing can really, really be helpful. A little personal note, I also have very stressful moments. Actually, to be perfectly upfront and honest, I just had a panic attack a few days ago. Nothing wrong with saying that. Listen, no one's a machine. We're humans. Things happen. And while like I'm not comparing myself to you in any way, but something that I know, like it was just internal to cause a panic attack. I had trouble breathing. I tried to kind of internalize everything, focus on diaphragmatic breathing, relaxed breathing, and just kind of like instead of being out here, just bring it in, and it calmed down within like 5 or 10 minutes. But it's really hard to say with brain fog, dizziness, and anxiety. It could be a number of things, to be honest, and I don't want to say it's one thing or another without really diving deeper. So I know it doesn't quite answer the question, but I wish I could say more. Is it private or a bunch of sessions at the same time? No, so everything that we do, and this goes for whether we're talking about the sports massage or PT, everything is one-on-one. Each session is about 50 to 55-ish minutes long. Everything one-on-one. We're not leaving you for a second, unless you need to go to the bathroom, or we do. But otherwise, you're not leaving our site. Everything, every little positioning is watched very closely, and all the movements that we give, both in the office and of course as a home exercise program, everything is specifically tailored to what your needs are. Nothing is general, nothing is cookie cutter. I like to tell all the people that sit in front of me when they first come to see me, I can have 10 people with your shoulder pain or your shoulder issue. I can have 10 people with a disc herniation. I can have 10 people with knee pain come in through my doors and tell me they have pain in the exact same area you do, but all 10 of you will be treated completely differently. You're not the same. Your knee pain is not the same. I don't care if your diagnosis is the same. You're still not the same. Sally is not the same as David, who is not the same as Michael, who is not the same as Alexa, all right? I hope I didn't turn my Alexa on. You know what I mean? Like, everyone is so specific. Everyone has their own goals. Everyone has their own mechanism of pain. Everyone has their own different movement patterns. Everyone is unique. And that is not me, like, being silly or whatever, or pandering, or whatever it is. Everyone is special and everyone is unique in the way they move and the way they function. So everything is one-on-one, totally personalized, totally customized. No one is treated the same, ever. And if they are, They're not. They're not. Again, it's my message, what I said before. I can't stand cookie cutter, copy and paste plans of care. Not my style, not the way I do things. Not now, not ever. Don't care how big I get. Don't care how many offices I have. Number one rule, if I find out anybody's being treated the same or the care and effort isn't being taken to really deliver the best possible results, we're going to have problems with this guy. All right? My employee's going to have problems with me. Or at that point, they wouldn't even be an employee anymore. Any tips for sleepless nights? Try to get rid of stress. Don't be on the phone an hour before sleep. Don't watch TV an hour before sleep. Don't drink water like 1 to 2 hours before sleep. That's like starter pack rules. Where is your office location exactly? I know you're in Brooklyn. So my office is in South Brooklyn. It's right in the Brighton Beach area. The B&Q trains are right here, like 5-minute walk. I also work with people virtually. So like I mentioned earlier, I work with people upstate New York, deep down in Long Island. I work with people in Miami and Florida. Darren works with people in New York as well as in New Jersey virtually. But my physical office location is in South Brooklyn, New York. This is actually the gym space where I film all the videos. All right, look at all those, look at those weights. But it's a big space. You guys are on a tripod, so I'm not going to move too much. But we also have a downstairs area where we have the private rooms and everything like that. This is the torture room. Downstairs is a nice, fun, dancing place. This is the torture space. It may seem all fun and nice on the post, but trust me. One day, right on this wall here, up top there, I'm going to have the torture chamber. That's a fun joke. A few joints bother me. Can we focus on all? Another great question. So let's say someone comes to me with hip pain, right? Something I see quite often. Hip pain. We never just focus on the hip because that's not realistic. Your hip is not a standalone joint. It's not like your finger, right? And even the fingers connect to the forearm, right? So you're not just working this, you got to think about the whole system. And if this is impacting this also impacts this. Okay, before we dive down the rabbit hole too much. To answer, like, long story short, I don't focus on just one joint because that's not how the body works. The body doesn't work one joint at a time. When we're walking, multiple joints, multiple muscle groups are moving and contracting and expanding at the same time. And if we think about it, your hip impacts your knee impacts your ankle impacts your toes. Fun fact, big toe can affect how your knee works and how your knee pain, if you have knee pain or not, your big toe. But the same can be said going upwards. Your hips can affect your low back can affect your mid and upper back can affect your neck, right? So everything is connected. As soon as we find out what the actual problem is, a plan of care is built around that, and it'll include all joints. So it is never just one joint. And that's also another pitfall of a lot of PT places is you come to them with hip pain. Well, laser focus only on hip pain. Not everything else is going on around. But that's not how I operate things. And that's why I have such a high rate of success because we focus on everything else. Everything is connected. And it's important to treat the body that way. So PT clinics only focus. There you go. PT clinics only focus one place at a time, which is crazy because it's one body. Exactly right. You can't treat one joint at a time. It's just not realistic. What kind of pillows do you recommend? Ones that you find comfortable. Kind of a silly answer, kind of not. But basic rule there is, if I'm sideways here, if you're laying down, as long as your head's not here and not here, same as if your head is like if you're laying on your side, as long as your head's not here, that was a nice pop. That was nice. Okay. If your head's not here or being pushed this way because you have a big pillow, as much in neutral as you can keep it, the better. Obviously, we move and things like that, so as long as the pillow is comfortable. But for any of you double pillow layered folks who are doing that, don't do that. You don't want to do that. That's not going to be very comfortable long term. So just keep that in mind. If you're double stacking, remove one. But general rule, as much as and neutral you can keep your head, the better. If anyone wants a good pillow recommendation, just DM me. I have a pillow, it's a pillow that I use, and I absolutely love this pillow because you can actually adjust it yourself to like your perfect height. So if anybody has any questions about pillows, just DM me and I'll send you a link to the pillow that I recommend and the one I have at home. Then the one that my girlfriend keeps stealing every night. So I gotta fight for the other pillows. My life. Moving on to the next question. So how much is a session? So, hold on. It's amazing space coming you back here. Yeah, that's right. You did get your knee back here. That's. And I can't wait for you to go skiing again. So in terms of price per session, so I did go over. So the first session it's free. It's a free 30-minute session where we get a chance to see what everything is like. You get to feel my vibe or Darren's vibe. We of course have the opportunity to actually hear your story and hear all the things that you've tried and what you've been through. And we also get to explain to you like what the process is going to look like, what the evaluation is going to look like, what a plan of care would look like. And you pretty much get a very good feel of what we do here. So that's like the first session is always free. In terms of sessions going forward, so again, everything is one-on-one, and like the first session is actually the longest one out of all of them. So the first session is the evaluation. If a typical session is like 50-ish minutes or so, the first one's usually an hour. Sometimes it even goes over, just because there's so much that we go over. There's so much education. I haven't shown you guys Frank, Michaela, or Michelle in a little while. They're my posters of like the different, like the muscular system, the skeletal system, nervous system. So there's a lot of education that goes into it. So the evaluation is super, super heavy duty. And if you want more information, we can definitely talk about that. DM me if you want more information about like all that stuff. I'll be more than happy to tell you. There's just so much to unpack with what goes on between like that first free 30-minute session to that paid session of the evaluation, and then like a plan of care. Holistic approach, yes. Holistic approach, absolutely. Holistic approach is so important. Again, you're not going to get much results if you just focus on one area. It's not going to happen. It's not going to help. I sleep with no pillow. Is that bad? If you're comfortable, like, as long as you're comfortable and as long as you're not waking up in pain, honestly, that's also really important. And it also depends how you sleep. Like, are you sleeping on your back, on your side, on your front? Sometimes, if I'm sleeping completely on my front, sometimes I'll literally just do this, get rid of the pillow altogether too. Again, we adjust. We're not set in stone. We don't have to fall asleep the same way. We move when we sleep. We roll, and sometimes my girlfriend punches me in the face. Sometimes I punch her in the face. It's trade-off. I'm joking. Just joking. I don't punch her. She just punches me. That's not the joke. Really bad joke. By the way, really bad jokes comes with therapy too. What's the sexy contraption in the background? Well, if you're talking about that is... I've actually had a few people comment about that across Instagram and TikTok. So that is that's a bungee seat. So you can actually, like, if someone has, let's say, really bad arthritis, so that is actually something that you can sit in, and it kind of cushions the descent and helps you come up. So that's what that sexy contraption is over here. Love your videos. Thank you so much. Thank you. You have such a great vibe. Thank you. I try to listen. I'm all about vibing out and having a great time. It's honestly like at the end of the day, right? When we break down the whole provider-patient relationship, like, we're all just people, and we want to be treated like people. We want to have fun, relax, and laugh. That's another big thing that I really try to like break down here. When you come to see us, I want you to feel at home. I want you to feel relaxed, and like that's why I make really bad jokes, because it can't get really any worse than that. If you can endure my jokes, you're good. You belong here. But we want to make a fun environment, and that's Also, when you go to your doctor, when you go to your medical provider, it should be a fun environment. If it's not, again, if you're not vibing, get out, find a different place. That's not unheard of, it's not unusual. Someone just mentioned earlier that because of like this whole window shopping recommendation, hey, they left their doctor and went to go find another one. That is awesome. That's really awesome. Do you treat older people? Yeah. I'm not an, is that an 8? I don't know what it's called. Doesn't matter. Yeah, I don't care how old you are. Whether you're 15, 50, 85, doesn't matter. It's important that you feel good. That's what matters. Do you take health insurance? If you do, which one? So I'm out of network. You may have joined a little bit later, but I'm out of network with most insurance plans, and it's because I refuse to be held captive by people who are not in the medical field. I don't want to be held captive by their decisions, and I want to have the freedom to treat you how you need to be treated. So again, if you have more questions, please shoot me a DM. I'll be more than happy to let you know more information. Do you have any specific recommendations for patients with Ehlers-Danlos syndrome? Yes, so Ehlers-Danlos actually is something really, really interesting because that's actually a condition where people are very hypermobile in many different joints of their body. Sometimes all, sometimes not all, but it's characterized by hypermobility, right? So that's people who are, like we have hypo, where we don't have full range of motion, or hyper, where we have excessive range of motion. And so if for hypo, meaning less mobility, we want to increase range of motion. For people who are hypermobility, who have that, we want to limit the range of motion, not in a way that we want to stop full range of motion, but we want to control it. So a lot of proprioceptive training, super important, and a lot of stability training to protect the joint. That's going to be really, really important to make sure that you don't overstretch the ligaments, that you don't over mobilize the joint. And that is one of the most important things, is that you have to control stability. And that will also limit, if you have EDS and you have pain, that's most likely why you have pain, because those joints are constantly being overstressed. So that is super, super important to make sure that you monitor. And that's actually I've seen a few people specifically who have been diagnosed with EDS, and that has been super helpful. Super, super helpful for people with EDS, for sure. The live froze on my phone and I missed your answer about sleeping with no pillow. So in terms of sleeping with no pillow, as long as you're comfortable and you don't have any pain, I think it's great. I was just giving also the example of when I sleep on my front, I'll sometimes just go like this with my arms and just fall asleep on my arms with no pillow, and it's perfectly fine. We constantly move around, so as long as you feel good, having no pillow is not a bad thing either. It's really all about just making sure you feel good. That's the primary thing. So hopefully that helps. Vegans are not people. Excuse me? Vegans are not people? What? What am I, an alien? Did everybody hear the joke, by the way, of like when a vegan enters the room, it's the first words are, "Hi, I'm vegan. Nice to meet you. What's your name?" I can say I'm vegan. So I've been vegan for 4 years. Sophia, nice joke. What state are you in? I'm in New York. Got a couple questions here. How can I open up my upper thoracic? T1, T4 gets so stuck and tight. And then tips and shoulders that crack. Let me address the first one real quick, and then we'll do the second one before... Gotta leave in a few minutes. But so in terms of tips for shoulders that crack, and this goes for any joint that cracks. If you're concerned about joints, like when you move certain things and like they crack and pop, that's not a bad thing, by the way, just so you know. Cracking or poppy joints, as long as it's not painful, it's okay. My joints crack all the time. All cracks is one of a few things. Either tendons or muscles shifting over different structures, or like little gas bubbles being released as like joints move, which is also totally normal. That's why I say if it's not painful and you crack, so what? Not a big deal. That's not a bad thing. I have this nice little shoulder pop. I don't know if you probably didn't hear that. It's too quiet. Oh, it feels so good. And then my back cracks. Again, I don't know if you hear it through the headphone. Oh, that felt so good. Oh, that felt so good. Again, no pain, no pain. If it's painful, then that needs to be addressed. See, so that's different. If it's painful, then it needs to be addressed. I would highly recommend seeing a physical therapist, whether it's me or someone good. Remember, someone good. But yeah, if it's painful popping, painful cracking, then that absolutely needs to be addressed. Truly, thank you for all your amazing videos. They're very informative, easy to follow, and entertaining. My pleasure, my treasure. It's really such a pleasure to be able to have this platform, be able to help so many people, and it's absolutely a pleasure. Yeah, okay, so you heard that, Emily, yeah. And again, it wasn't painful. It wasn't painful at all. I'm located in Brighton Beach in Brooklyn, New York, and I work virtually with people all over New York State and Florida, and Darren works with people all over New York and New Jersey. So if I can help you, that'd be awesome. Upper thoracic stretch, please. So, when people give me segments, spinal segments, it's really less about the spinal segments themselves and more about what happens over them, right? So if we're talking about the T1 to T4 area, we're talking like upper mid traps, we're talking rhomboids. So I'll give you a quick, easy one that feels pretty good, that hits generally around that area. And actually, if everybody wants to do this one actually feels really good as well. It's really great first of all, for the chest to open up, which is a big problem for so many people. A lot of people work desk jobs. A lot of people work here in front of themselves. So this is going to be a great opener for the chest, as well as a nice opener for the mid-back, upper back area. So I'm going to move back a little bit. Feel free to follow along with me. So we're going to have our hands here. We're going to cross through. Now we're going to push the arms around us. Right, so the back is actually going to round a little bit. Right, you can actually, I already feel a little bit of a spread through the mid back. So really hug around, not this way, but around and back. Then open the arms up, bring them back and slightly up. So it's going to go this way and up. And then again around. You can even drop the chin a little bit for an extra little pull. Drop the chin down, arms around, then open back and slightly up. Lift the chin up a little bit and squeeze through the shoulder blades and cycle, in and out like that. And I don't know how it felt for you, but it felt pretty good. Even just a couple reps, really good. So that move right there is quite nice, quite nice. Do like 10 to 12 of those. Just as many as you can. It should help quite a bit. But remember, this is just general, without really knowing what exactly is specifically causing you that issue in that area. Felt great, thanks. Awesome. I'm definitely going to DM you. I have lots of questions. I've gone to physical therapy. It goes away for only a short while. Then the pain comes back again. Again, that is what we talked about earlier. That's a very big problem because the root cause of the pain hasn't been addressed. And that's really the problem. We need to find what exactly is causing that pain to get rid of it once and for all. And not only for relying on coming into the office, but also knowing what to do at home. Building a toolbox for yourself of different resources that will help you when you're on your own. A big part of what I do is also my goal is not to keep you in my office forever. I'm not interested in that. Right? Like if you want to be here, awesome. Like if you want to continue building after that initial plan of care, I have tons of people who, after an initial plan of care, they continue on to build, to get stronger, to achieve more. That's super common. But that's the person's choice. They want to continue to grow. But I set you up with as many things, I give you as many things that are specific to you in terms of movements, stretches, exercises, anything that may pertain to making sure that you can go further, that you can get stronger, that you can get better than you were even before the pain came on. That will make you, will literally take years of stress and pain away from you and make you into a better, stronger human being. That is my goal for you. So, again, it's not only just to take care of the pain for now, it's to take care of you forever. So you have your own toolbox that you can take out the tools whenever you need and be able to help yourself too. That is super important. That feels great. Thank you, Danny. Yes! that move helped. Yes. See, look at that. Felt awesome. Great. Really happy to hear that. Plantar fasciitis, please. I want to be able to dance like you and not be in pain afterwards. True, very true. I get that. So I don't have to take my shoes off. I'm actually going to be posting a lot more plantar fasciitis movements that are going to be super helpful. There's one I posted, I think it was a week or two ago. Really good one. Really good one. Actually, one of my personal favorites. Give that a shot. There's going to be another. I'm going to be posting a few more of them very soon. But yeah, give that one a go. You're going to see I throw my shoe off. I throw it across the room. Gets all crazy. I have very bad foot pain. Gone to foot doctor, gotten the shots. I told him I don't want any more shots. I wasn't doing anything for me. It was only numb the area for a short while. The pain comes back. Yeah, exactly. And that's no good. Again, we need a permanent solution. And I'm going to make sure that you get that permanent solution. Where did you complete your dance training? You're a ballroom dancer. Yeah, I dance all over the place. I initially started dancing in Brooklyn. Then it was like Brooklyn and the city, in New Jersey. I had a lot of teachers throughout my career, but it was like all over the place. There's tons of places, really good places in Brooklyn, really nice places in Manhattan and in New Jersey that I've been to. So they've been really great. Extensive, a lot of places. Toolbox is so important, so easy you leave PTA and you're right back where you started. Yes, yep. It's sad and frustrating, can be depressing. Absolutely. Done an x-ray and an MRI and didn't find anything on a specific side where it hurts more. I have arthritis on my right side of the big toe area. Again, if you have arthritis, usually when a scan comes back with just arthritis, or if an MRI comes back and there's not really much else besides arthritis, or sometimes someone has really bad low back pain and the MRI is completely clear. A lot of times, the MRI will not pick up a muscular issue. Like as long as there's no tear, if there's no tear in the muscle, if there's no tear in the ligament, scans really won't pick up that stuff. But yet you still have pain. There's a reason. I can't tell you how many times someone showed me their scans and it was like, the scans were nothing serious, but the pain was really bad. It could be lower back pain, it could be foot pain, it could be really anything. And again, it's important to find out, well, if the scans are not really picking up anything, what exactly is causing you that pain? And getting to the bottom of it is really what we need to find out, right? And there's no tears. Exactly. So there's no tears, there's some arthritis, but a lot of time, and I've dealt with people who had bone-on-bone arthritis. That's considered pretty bad arthritis. But, oh my God, do I have a story? I get these all the time. People who have really serious arthritis who are told they need surgery. They have to have it. They have to have surgery. It is the only option. That's it. Surgery, get surgery. Well, let me tell you something. They decided to come to me prior to going to surgery. And when they went back to the doctor's like, well, WTF, how? How are you walking around? How do you not have pain? They're like, what's your pain level? Patient's like 0. Doctor's like, no. Your pain, remember the pain that you came in with? What's your pain like? Patient's like 0. Doctor's like, how? No surgery win. Yes! Just because you have arthritis, that's not the end of the world. That does not mean you have to have surgery and that's your only option. That's not it whatsoever. I'm not injecting anything. We're not talking about pain medication. These are people who also have arthritis and are taking pain medication. I've gotten someone off of pain medication, greatly, if not completely reduced pain, and the doctor's like, how the hell did you do this? Simple. Customized, tailored approach. That's it. Not treating someone like a number, not treating someone like a general, foot pain, all right, do this. Knee pain, okay, do those 10 exercises, I'll be right back. Hopefully you did it correctly. None of that. None of that nonsense. Yeah. Talk about this all day. All day. I have plantar fasciitis since a few years ago, and I'm about to be 30. Currently 8 months pregnant, and I don't remember what not having foot pain is like. I feel you. I totally understand. I've worked with people who've had really bad chronic plantar fasciitis, like real bad. And also people who have really bad plantar fasciitis and have super long standing jobs, who also have been given special plantar fasciitis shoes that actually did nothing. And we've been able to get rid of that pain relatively quickly. So look, if you're a super mom to be, I don't know if you have kids prior to or if this is like your first pregnancy, but there's no reason why you need to be dealing with this pain. Please, again, if you're in pain, grab that free 30-minute session. Darren and I would be happy to take care of this. We eat pain for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Just fill us up. There's no reason why you should be in pain. Seriously. Whether we're talking about plantar fasciitis, the foot pain that was mentioned earlier, like surgery, we don't need any of it. Surgery can really be avoided from the one who was told nothing else can be done. Customized approach works the best. Exactly. And what they tell you? They want to put some metal rods in your spine, right? We took that off the table real quick. Damn. They gave me pain medication. I hate taking pills. Yep. That's not going to help. I live with it daily. I was doing some plantar fasciitis exercises, which were great, but they were eventually affecting my knees. And here's the deal, right? Wait, I just logged on. Can you tell me how to do the 30-minute consultation with you? I'm in New York City. Oh my God. Okay. Go to my bio. There's a link to a free 30-minute session. Sign up for it. Bernadette, my client success specialist, will reach out to you and we'll set that all up. Just go right on there. Definitely. Again, there's no reason you need to be in pain, honestly. So it's, and that's really the perfect balance of like, how do you fix an issue here without negatively affecting the other joints around it? And it's all about the approach. Like, what is the best movements for you to do? Like, we need to find out how can we help you in a way that this issue doesn't make something else worse, that everything grows together. Everything improves together. And that is so important. No need for pills, no need for surgery, no need for shoes that don't work, no need for band-aids that don't work, no need for so many things. But yeah, that's definitely. So, please grab that link. I cannot wait to help you. And I know Darren's not here, but whether you work with me or work with Darren, both of us can't wait really to clear that up for you and give you back those feet so you can take care of that, just focus on the pregnancy and that's it. No pain. You don't have to be in pain, honestly. I was working with this woman actually from the beginning of her pregnancy all the way through. Like, she gave birth on Thursday. We still had a session on Tuesday. And like, we were working pretty much throughout the entire pregnancy. No pain whatsoever. It was her third pregnancy. It was the easiest pregnancy she's had. It was awesome. So like, it's possible. I gotta run or my girlfriend will kill me. You guys keep me going every day. Our pleasure. Listen, if anyone has any questions, please DM me. I'll try to get to everybody as soon as I can. For anybody that missed it, if you are from New York, New Jersey, or Florida, please, and you're tired of being in pain, click the link in my bio, grab the free 30-minute session. Let's talk. Let's get you out of pain and make sure that you're treated the right way. For everybody else, listen, remember, for yourself and for anybody that you know that's going through therapy, it's okay to shop for a therapist. It's okay to shop for doctors. It's okay to shop for specialists. And please do. Your health, the health of your loved ones, depends on it. This is not about me. This is about anybody who's part of your life from the medical side or anything else. We shop for contractors, right? If you need a lawyer, you're going to shop for a lawyer that one is going to hopefully serve your best interests. Doctors are no different. Physical therapists are no different. Chiropractors are no different. Search for someone that's going to be best for you. With that being said, again, if you're from New York, New Jersey, Florida, click the link in my bio, get that free 30-minute session. Otherwise, I'll see you on the Instagram dance floor, and we're doing these Instagram lives weekly. So we're gonna be picking crazy topics, just like this one, every single week. So join it, have fun, do some Q&As, answer some questions, do some crazy funky dance moves. Oh, do the little wave, body wave, and we'll have a great time. Tiger Rhythm, message me please. Message me. All right, guys and girls, have a wonderful rest of your day. Tuesday. Have a great Tuesday night. Have a great Tuesday afternoon, wherever you are in the world. All right, thank you for being here. Thank you for joining, and I'll see you all very soon. All right, bye guys.